Welcome YouTube, it's Rob Monty here. Alright, so this is our next episode of our wrestling news series. Alright, so for those of you who are asking, first and foremost, why didn't I do Saturday and Sunday? Well, honestly, I believe in the Sabbath, so I rest on the 7th day. Now, seeing how we can't talk about which one's the 7th day, I take both off. Basically just to do editing or whatever I need to do with my other videos. And on top of that, just to spend time in the real world. So for those of you guys who are out there watching YouTube, hey, take a day maybe or something to spend time in the real world once in a while. But other than that, I also wanted to gather up different stories from the weekend and from today. Mainly because usually on the weekend there's not a whole lot of wrestling news going on. I know a lot of people will say otherwise, but that's them, you know. This is us here on Rob Monty Productions, and I try to be fair and objective to every form of professional wrestling out there. As you can tell, my background here that I'm using, I got this picture because it has all the logos of the different companies on. That's why you always see me editing this my window here. So, enough of that. Let's go into the news. Alright. So first things first, because this is one of the biggest news that hit this past weekend, which I felt like is very, very less of the news. But I want to congratulate Roman Reigns and his wife, because they have had 2 new recent additions to their family. They're going to have twins, guys. They're having twins. So a big shout out and a big congratulations to the Roman Reigns, Joe Anoa'i family. I really am happy for you guys. I mean, that's something beautiful when you have a new life come into this world. And from what we've all known about Roman Reigns is he's a good father. I'm pretty sure his wife is a good mother. Nothing out of the new, guys. Just basically wishing them a congratulations. Always good news when there's a new life being born into this world. Alright, so what else are we going to be talking about? Well, first and foremost, I think we should do one, intertwined. So we're going to start with Monday, go into Sunday, then into Saturday, and then back to Monday as far as news articles go. Alright, so first things first, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn made the news today, guys, as he's got his wisdom teeth removed. Oh man, I feel bad for him already. That shit's gotta be hella painful. I mean, from all I have 2 of my wisdom teeth still, and I feel like, oh fuck, that's gonna be painful when it comes out, because it's not bothering me now. And you know what they say is when you get older and you get your wisdom teeth pulled, it's actually a lot worse. So for Sammy, man, Godspeed, my friend. Get rest well. But he reacts as this. In lighter news, wisdom teeth taken out last week, so I've been on a pudding diet. And now I'm ripping to shreds. You know, to be honest, I always thought Sammy was already ripped to shreds. It's just we can't tell because all that damn hair. I mean, you Seth Rogen looking motherfucker. But you know. Pudding diet's not bad. I mean, there's all kind of good pudding. There's tapioca pudding, there's chocolate pudding, there's banana pudding, there's pistachio. Hell, one of my favorites is key lime or cookies and cream pudding. You know, that shit's awesome. So cool news, dude. Hope you get better. And then we also got this while we're at it with Sammy. So Malcolm Bivens, or Malcolm Veli, one of the manager to the new tag team in NXT, has said this to Matt Whittle. It's going like, I wonder if Matt Whittle will pick a new tag team partner on Wednesday, since rules don't mean anything anymore. Will it be Method Man? Will it be Red Man? Will it be a Bob Marley hologram? Who freaking knows? Quite honestly, if it was a Bob Marley hologram and Matt Riddle's getting his ass kicked while we're hearing Redemption Song, I think it would be a hilariously funny. And I like Malcolm Bailey. He's actually a cool manager. I hope they make him like the next Slick or something better, you know. All right, so we're also gonna go on to news that I saw on Saturday. I saw this on Saturday on both PWI, Pro Wrestling Scoops, and EWN. Basically, it's reported during an interview, Cody Rhodes revealed why he does not like Lance Archer. The main reason why he does not like Lance Archer, folks, as he revealed, is that basically, how do I put it? Because he said it best. He believes Lance Archer is all hype. All hype. And quite honestly, I see his point. I see his point. I mean, you think about it. Through all of Lance Archer has been in his entire career. I mean, it's a great career. I mean, for 20 years, yeah. But when he was in TNA as Lance Hoyt, he was a joke. He was that guy who was trying to be a rock star. Quite honestly, I never took him seriously. Even when he teamed up with Amazing Red, teamed up with Jimmy Rave, you know, Lance, even when they had the damn girl manager, I forget who it was. I think it was Hemi. But, who was that freaking female that was with them? Anyway, fuck, it's been a long time. That's 2007. When it comes to Lance Hoyt, I always seen him as a joke in TNA. And quite honestly, I like his character now. But, man, I can't take him seriously. When they brought him to WWE as Vance Archer, I think he can even agree with it. Because he said the only thing that was very satisfying about that whole WWE run as Vance Archer was the fact that he got to go to WrestleMania and be a member of the cast of that year's WrestleMania. And I totally agree, because his WWE career, even though he made it into the SmackDown vs. Raw video game and got royalties, I mean, that's another thing that he liked about it. His wrestling run in WWE sucked. Even when they put him up with Kurt Hawkins, I know a lot of people are fans of that, but his basically running WWE just sucked. And he was supposed to be big. I think he could have been a big thing if they took ECW seriously when he was there, or if he had come years later in NXT. But his WWE run sucked ass. So, and then the next thing I hear about him, he's in New Japan with David Hart Smith as the Killer Elite Squad. And quite honestly, I heard he was being taken seriously then when they developed this new monster gimmick, because that's what everybody is talking about when it comes to Lance Archer, I thought was like, well, that's cool. At least they're finally doing something significant with him in general in the wrestling world. And I mean, that match with Moxley was pretty freaking good. I mean, I'm going to admit that. I watched that match with Moxley. Lance Archer and Moxley's match was $1 million in my opinion. However, I can understand where Cody's coming from. I mean, even though Cody Rhodes has hired Lance Archer, the whole idea of why he doesn't like him is because he's worried that, I can see why. It's like, okay, I brought you into this company. Now, are you exactly what this monster New Japan has produced? Or are you just hype? Are you just hype? Are you this thing that Jake the Snake Roberts is truly, truly making? Or are you just hype? As you can tell, the interview is kind of kayfabe in a way. But when you actually see the psychology of what Cody's saying, it makes a whole lot of sense. It's like, I don't like him because I just believe it's all hype, because that's how he's been almost his entire career. And to me, it's like, yeah, I totally believe that. So what I'm gonna say is, because this was also in the news this past week, was the TNT Championship. Lance Archer advances, defeating Colt Cabana. Cody's already advanced. I say right now, the finals of the TNT Championship match for AEW, it will be Cody versus Lance Archer for the title. And I'm going to be honest, we're going to find out, is Lance Archer the real deal? Or is Cody just going to, is this just something to get Cody to look like Hulk Hogan or something, you know? So, that's it for that one. What else do we got here from Sunday? Alright. Shit. Well, I just saw something big to review on. But let's take a look. From Sunday. Alright, what do we got here? So I'm going back a little bit, guys. Oh wait, that's not what we were looking for. Alright. Oh yeah, here's the two big newses from Sunday. But Sunday, Kassius Ohno. By the way, this is going to be a meshing of Saturday and Sunday's news. Kassius Ohno has been released by WWE. He was the most recent. Him and a couple others from NXT have been the most recent cuts to WWE. As far as the budget cuts are continuing to happen. But basically what happened is Kassius Ohno, Chris Hero, after being released, has reacted to his release. And which I love how he's gone on his Twitter and renamed himself WWE Alumni, and then it's at Kassius Ohno. Basically right now he has this picture. As you guys can see this picture in on the screen right here. It basically has his ring boots in the middle of the ring. And which people which is leading people from AEW superstar Joey Janela and Cheeseburger from Ring of Honor to basically react to Chris Hero's and Kassius Ohno's teasing of retirement. That's right. Basically, Kassius Ohno and Chris Hero are planning to retire or teasing a retirement. In my honest opinion, looking at this, I think Kassius is retiring, but we'll see Chris Hero on the indie scene not too long from now. And as you could tell with Joey Janela and Cheeseburger and even this guy Ryan, the TK MPs, are all saying exactly the same thing. Don't stop wrestling. Basically asking Kassius, don't retire. Like Cheeseburger says, we need a hero, baby. And this one, with Bonnie Tyler's the best. I mean, damn, you guys gotta understand. When it comes to this, it's like we're seeing a cryptic message. This could mean only one of two things, folks. One or two things, and that is either Kassius Ohno and Chris Hero are retiring, or Kassius is being hung up for good. Chris Hero is here to stay. So that will be interesting to see. Alright. Now, what else do we have from Saturday? I know. Well, actually, let's review one on of today's news. Alright, from PWI. Okay. So, you guys want to know who was responsible for the Mandy Rose and Otis storyline while you're looking at her? It was Mandy Rose who revealed that she wanted to do this storyline with Otis. And is what she says right here from Cultaholic has put up here. It says, Otis always was around in NXT and posting pics of me and talking about how much he liked me. In a cute way, not a creepy way. This continued on, and I thought it would be great if this became a storyline, especially once Otis entered WrestleMania. I actually went to Vince McMahon myself and pitched the idea, and he loved it. Oh, man. I gotta say, good job, Mandy. That was successful because a lot of fans invested into it. I think a lot of fans, like some of the fans who are at home who don't have a girlfriend, felt to it, especially to a lot of people who are overweight like myself or a couple other people I know. For this was actually a real, true-to-life storyline. I mean, the big guy always is trying to get with the hot girl, right? You know? Especially when the big guy is as good as a decent human being can be. Like, one caring, thoughtful, and just all around wants to be with the girl. Versus the person like Dolph Ziggler, who's basically, well, Dolph Ziggler's everything of what I think of in this storyline of what a heel is for this storyline, because you think about it, he's envious of other people's success, for one. And he believes he's the best. He's self-conceited, and he's arrogant. I don't believe Dolph Ziggler, the person in real life, is truly like this. Though I have met Dolph once for an autograph signing, and he kind of seemed douchey to me that day. So that's just my personal experience. I know a lot of people have had better experiences with Dolph. So personally, it was the perfect storyline in my opinion. You have the guy that you don't think will get the girl versus the guy who always seems to get the girl. And the thing is, it's also because they used looks against him. And they also used he's better performance-wise, all that kind of bull crap, right? But see, at the end of the day, is that really going to be more than what Otis is? You know? Because Otis is thoughtful, caring, and, hey, let's put it this way. You're in a battle royal, and the man basically puts himself in harm's way so that you cannot be eliminated. I mean, come on. That's a good man right there. Whew. And, yeah. That's why I love that storyline. It worked out for me. If you guys, hey, I want you guys' honest opinion. What did you guys think of that Otis and Mandy storyline? Honestly, my last thoughts to that storyline, which I want to get you guys all talking and discussing this on your own. Is it possible that after this storyline, we got this Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville storyline going on, and will it ever be revealed that Sonya Deville is so jealous of Mandy for her good looks and everything that she actually has a crush on Mandy Rose herself? I mean, come on. We all know Sonya's sexuality. So, is it possible? Is it possible, guys, if they will go into a lesbian storyline between Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose? I think that would be freaking awesome. Because it's, the inner child in me is, you know, my BC days is telling me, hot lesbian action, hot lesbian action. My current day self is saying, well, it's going to be art imitating life, because there's actual relationships that are like that, where the best friend, girlfriend, who happens to be a lesbian, is in love with the best friend, who is straight, heterosexual, and basically trying to get with the guy she really wants to be with. But the best friend, lesbian girlfriend, is going like, no, come with me. You know, even though the relationship is mutual and respectful, there's that part where that lesbian girlfriend wants to take away the girl from the guy, you know? I don't know if that some people can relate to that, but to me, that's what I would get that feeling of. It's like she's jealous of the guy because he's getting to be with her best friend, and she's actually secretly in love with her best friend. I don't know. To me, that might be an interesting storyline to go with, you know. And Mandy and Sonya, you could actually have a wrestling match, or you can have representatives. You can go anywhere with that. So that's just my honest opinion. I think that'd be more entertaining than Rusev and Lana breaking up for the 500th time. You know, not to say that Rusev was boring. Rusev was awesome. I'm gonna say that much. But his storylines splitting with Lana, we don't need to have that because we know they're married in real life, folks. All right, so back to Saturday news. Oh man, I can't believe I have to. I think there was not that much going on Saturday, to be honest. All right, where are we? I know I saw it. See, a lot of these guys have done their own. Oh, that's what was on from Saturday's news. So, well, actually, it's Sunday news as it's dated, but I remember reading it on Saturday night, and that is MJF, folks. AEW's MJF is going to be getting surgery. As we all know, he's been off TV and off the shows since it's been revealed that he's been ill and apparently has gotten worse. I was originally worried that he might have been infected with the coronavirus. I'm just saying. But I don't know the issue as far as what's going on medically with MJF other than he's going to get surgery. So, basically, folks, whatever his issue he's going through right now, MJF, you're a great talent, great wrestler. I think you're going to be a major star in the near future. Please get well, my friend. Get well, get healthy, and, praying that you have successful surgery coming up, And because right now, as it states here, is that he says, my issue has gotten worse. It's looking like I might need surgery. I'm genuinely trying my best to come back for you guys. And that's basically what we're all hoping and praying for, that you get well, that you get healthy, and hopefully we'll see you back in the AEW ring. And hell, I would love to see you versus Jericho. I think that's going to be an awesome storyline right there. And I think not only that, as a person, you'll grow more as a wrestler and become a bigger talent. Whether you win or lose that storyline, I think it would help you so much. As far as your health, take care of it first, man. You need to have it first. And we're all of us wrestling fans who are fans of yours, or even wrestling fans who are not fans of yours. I don't speak for everyone, but I know everybody will say this, and that is, we're all praying for you, my friend. Get well soon. All right, and what else do we got here from this weekend before we move on to Sundays? Oh yeah, this one comes from Sunday's news. I didn't see it until just now, guys. So let's read. Let's cover it up. So Triple H was involved with a interview this past weekend, and he says it is about the UK brand, in which he says on what led him to creating the NXT UK brand. He says there's a wealth of talent here, have built something really cool here through their hard work and work through their determination and kind of learning their own, kind of built their own thing here. And to come here now, I guess in some ways it rewards them for their hard work and start to create something bigger here for them and start to create a pathway. That leads them to something more. This is about being able to make a career and a long-term career choice for them, and to expand that out so that it can be on every level for them and for everyone else, and see that pathway is there somewhere bigger. And which I totally agree with Triple H there. I mean, there's a lot of UK talent that are really, really good. UK wrestling is really big, and a lot of people are loving it now, right now. And for them to have the NXT UK brand and saying that this is about making people's careers longer and have a long term of choice, you know, an option out there, and is basically making stars. And in my opinion, he's right, because either they're going to come to WWE because that's the main goal for anybody who's on an NXT roster, but the other option is to basically become a bigger star everywhere else too. So that's actually helping the industry a lot, guys. But that's not the big news. The big news comes out of these two questions, which is on becoming aware of how much talent there was out there when they started putting together the Mae Young Classic. Even as aware of the environment globally as we are, when we went to go and do the Mae Young Classic for the first time, and we started to say, oh, we're going to do this tournament with women. Are there enough women out there in the U.S. to do this? Well, do 16, but finding 16 elite women of that caliber, we want to be in this, will be a challenge. And then we started to dig, and we started to find more and more, and the next thing you know, we're at 32. And next thing you know, to do 32 women in the tournament, I'm going, boy. Who am I going to put in there, and who am I not going to put in there? By the way, guys, if you don't want to hear my narration of this interview, Inside Ropes has the video down. And basically the big news that's coming out about this interview is right here. On doing another Mae Young Classic soon. We're going to do it again soon. We're going to do it again here soon. And we're kind of getting to that point again. Now, like, wow, there's just a lot out there. So they are here and there. And there are all over the place. I think the talent sort of gravitate toward finding each other, and they end up in these little pockets, and then they're all learning from each other. But helping to bring that out and show it to the rest of the world is the goal. So there you go, guys. Big news happening in the big major works of what's going on in WWE NXT and in the WWE right now is that Mae Young Classic will return. As far as dates and when it's going to happen and who's going to be in it, that is still to be determined. Because right now it's just in the planning process, from what it sounds like. And knowing Triple H, guys, once he sets his mind to it, I believe he's going to do it. So I believe we will have a new Mae Young Classic. Oh, man. And who I would want to be in the Mae Young Classic? Quite honestly, it would be cool to see Rosemary or Su Yung or Tessa Blanchard, in my opinion. But I think it would be even more cooler to see another Japanese woman wrestler, such as Hana Kimura, or their new signing, Sari. Is her name Sari or Sari? Honestly, I think those women would be great to see in the Mae Young Classic. Or even see some of the current day superstars like Sasha Banks, you know. But I'm pretty sure Triple H is going to have a lot of the talent that are either not contracted or contracted under NXT in the tournament. So we'll see how it goes on that. All right. Oh, speaking of this has happened on Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to go back. I can't go back further to talk about it, but Dustin Rhodes is scheduled for AEW. So is Matt Hardy for this week. Matt Hardy is going to return, talk about the Elite Deletion, and Dustin Rhodes is teasing that he may be in retirement, or going to be going for retirement come this Wednesday with his match with Kip Sabian. Basically, the match is being advertised as if Kip Sabian and Dustin Rhodes are going to have a career match. So I would say it's kind of a teaser. I don't believe it's the case, but we'll see what happens on Dynamite, you know. That is big news if Dustin Rhodes retires, though, because we know Matt Hardy is going to be there for the show because he's promoting their storyline that they're working on. Dustin teasing retirement. That's going to be huge news because, to me, Dustin Rhodes retiring now is like what Shawn Michaels retired back in 2010 or 11. It's a big career. It's a big career announcement thing going on, and I think that's going to be something huge for AEW if that happens. And it's going to be huge for the wrestling world. However, the only thing that I'll be down about it, I guess, is because I already thought Dustin Rhodes was retired. I thought he was doing this for fun now. You know, because he stated about 6 or 7 years ago that he is retired and he's just enjoying life. And that he was just doing wrestling for fun. He's getting paid, but he's doing it for fun. He's not doing it as a career or anything, so I already thought he was retired, to be honest. But, hey, if he's come out of retirement and I didn't know about it, it's really hard to tell because he's been wrestling for the last how many years since he said that. So, yeah, for Dustin Rhodes, if he's retiring, man, it's going to be an end of an era there. If not, I mean, the guy's done a lot of great work, and I hope that in retiring, if he's truly going to retire, folks, I hope for one or two things. Is that either both WWE and AEW honor him for the Hall of Fame. That's my honest opinion, because I think Dustin deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, Dusty does, but I believe Dustin deserves to be in the Hall of Fame a lot more. He's worked his ass off for it. I mean, and his career wasn't the biggest thing. So, yeah. How's it going? Alright. Let's see. Now let's get to more current news as far as Monday goes. Alright. So, Drew... No, that's something less. No. Alright. Maybe we'll just talk about it here. So, in wrestling news, in an interview with Drew McIntyre on Lillian Garcia's Chasing Glory podcast, so if you guys want to listen to that interview, you can. Basically, he says he does not recite lines from the script. He actually uses bullet points. And to me, that's basically how you should do it. I mean, you should get the main idea of what your promo is going to be before you cut it, you know. So, to hear that Drew McIntyre is using bullet points is actually awesome. As he says right here, to be honest, I get the basic idea, the bullet points, and I always tell them, don't make me recite it because it's going to sound like lines. I don't know what I'm going to say. Just tell me what I'm going to have to hit. If I had any advice for any of the other guys and girls out there doing these empty arena things, it's just go with the flow. Don't pretend there's a crowd there. Just feel the moment and just take it for what it is. And you guys wonder why Drew McIntyre's over, you know. Obviously right there. And then he goes like this, explaining on what his character, what he wants his character and storylines to be as far as being very realistic going forward. I want it to be very real, like everything. I just want 100% real. Like you get the real Drew McIntyre. I want real stories. Like Andrade last night, that was based on a real story. I tore my bicep, people can feel it. I could use real emotion, remembering how I felt when I tore my bicep and then going forward. I want everything to be as real as it can possibly absolutely be. I want people to feel it, and that's very big for me. Now, it's just nothing is put on. I want Drew McIntyre. You see it, you know it, it's going to be real, you're going to feel it. Which is the main point of being a professional wrestler here. If you want to make something get over, you got to make it You gotta make it believable to where the fans believe it's actually you speaking or actually you going out there and performing. That's basically what you need to do to become successful as a professional wrestler. Basically what he's doing is he's getting all the main points and the bullet points that he has within the script and in the storylines, you know, that WWE wants him to tell. And basically he goes out there and tells it his way. Because, quite honestly, you're not... Let's put it this way. If you're reciting lines, guys, and this is why so many people hate scripted promos, it's because it doesn't sound like you. It sounds like some guy writing on a typewriter or a keyboard somewhere, and basically you're told to recite these lines. You're basically reading you're doing exactly what I'm doing right now as far as reading the news to you guys. Basically, if you're reciting a script, you're reading a story. You're telling a fairy tale that's not real. And because the fans know it's not you. They just look at it and they think, "Oh, you're just reciting what somebody told you to say." And the reality is this: if you use the bullet points, you get the main idea of what you need to say out there and you need to sell out there, it basically will be the thing that makes your story right there. So if you get that and you tell it your way, it's going to get over because the fans are going to feel you, they're going to believe you. And then on top of that, not only do you need to remember the bullet points and the main idea, but you want to know what feeling you're trying to give them. And that's why when he says just go with the flow, you know, because he's got to feel for himself. He's got to feel the fans to see how they feel. And when they're feeling it and he has to go out there and cut his promo, it's exact emotion to what they're feeling. And basically it's something that's true to them, that's true about Drew. And it's going to be true about every wrestler who ever does this. When I look at AEW, the best person that does that is Cody right now, because Cody knows how to draw that out. The fuck? Anyway. It's okay. But that, to me, that's what every wrestler should be doing in all other promotions. If you can't cut a promo like this, you should probably stick to reciting lines, I guess. But you gotta be your own character. If somebody hands you a script and you gotta recite something to them, you gotta make it sound like the way you would say it. Because if you don't, you're basically saying the same shit they already wrote, and sometimes it's not your voice out there. It's the voice in the back. If Vince McMahon wrote it and you're reciting it, guess who it is? The fans know it's Vince McMahon. That's how it is. When it's bullet points, main idea, but it's you cutting it the way you would say it, and the way you're feeling from the fans' energy in there, yeah, that's how they believe. That's how they believe, because they know it's you. It's your words, not Vince's, not the writers, not freaking what you call that freaking guy? Fuck, what's his name? The guy from Scooby-Doo. The writer that WWE fired not too long ago. You know. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna cut a promo in wrestling, say it the way you would say it. Get the main idea, get the main selling points that you need, and then just basically say it how you would say it based on your situation. Because once you start talking off the script, people know it's not your voice, it's someone else's voice. That's why it's sometimes hard to believe with some actors, and that's why it's good when real actors know how to do it, because it's hard to re-act that. So, yeah, if you're a fan who wants to know about how promos work, yeah, that's kind of what you need to do if the company's asking you to say something. Also, this is actually released on Sunday, but yeah, if you're a fan of Mike Bennett or Maria Kanellis, Mike Bennett has released a new t-shirt that says a non-essential wrestler. And you guys want to check it out? It's at Pro Wrestling Tees already. Alright, that's small news for today. Alright, so let's get on to big ones. Alright, so here's a big one that I am going to say is a big deal as far as WWE news goes. Sarah Logan is actually expected to be back in WWE real soon. She's one of the girls that was released on Black Wednesday, as they're calling it, I guess. But yeah, Sarah Logan, who was recently released, is going to be brought back, and it's for two reasons. For one, she is the wife of Eric Rowe of the Viking Raiders, so they are probably going to bring her back so that she could be on road with her husband, I guess. And plus, she's a good talent too on that. But not only that, there's also a lot of people in the company who are batting for her return. So I can't wait to see this. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to pitch this idea. Bring Sarah Logan back and make her the female Viking, a part of the Viking Raiders experience. And let her be herself, Let her be herself out there. I would love to see her get over and become one of the next women there. I always felt like she was gold, that's why. It's just they didn't have nothing for her, so I can't really have any faith. I know I said that in my release video, but to me, she needs to be brought back, in my opinion, too. So I hope WWE does bring her back, and we get to see something good out of that, Does that give me hope for other superstars to come back? I believe so. And then we're going to our second to last story, because our last story is on the bottom here. But the first story that we're going to talk about of our last stories is that Kendo Kashin, who has just been released from WWE not too long ago, and he's a recent recruit. I think he would be brought back at any time, I guess, after this whole situation with the coronavirus is over. But he believes due to the coronavirus comments he made is the reason why he was released. And basically saying that he couldn't go back to Japan after WWE fired him due to work issues anyway because of his visa. Well, that sucks, I mean, now he's got to wait for a little while until he get his job back, That sucks, On top of that, he believes that he is released because of the coronavirus. He pointed in an interview he did 2 weeks ago with Tokyo Sports. He said he had touched Orlando in its handling the COVID-19 pandemic. He also said if he got it, it would hurt him financially, and he doesn't have health insurance. My honest thoughts about this. He's not wrong. If he can't afford the coronavirus if he got infected because of his health insurance. Yeah, that is true. If you don't have health insurance, it might be harder for you to get treatment. In fact, you might get put in a list of not to put on ventilator. But I could see why it would jeopardize his job with WWE. But when I look at it, it's like, dude, I think it was more for budget cuts versus the coronavirus. I think he's just overlooking at it because of what's happening with the coronavirus. His coronavirus comments is not the reason why he got released. The virus has created this situation for all businesses right now to have some kind of failure going on. And because of that, a lot of people are getting fired from their jobs due to budget cuts, and so that those businesses can survive. Does that mean they're not gonna be hired back? It might not. I mean, that's just how life goes. And for Kendo Kashin to believe this, to me, is kind of okay. You're reading into it too much, dude. You're reading into it too much. It's just a budget cut. WWE can't afford to pay your contract or anybody else's contract unless they release some talent. Unfortunately, you were on their list. I'm sorry, man. But, yeah. As far as you not having health insurance, why didn't you go and get yourself invested with a... Why didn't you get yourself some health insurance, man? Fuck. Why are you going to wait for the company to get you some health insurance? I mean, for those of you guys who are wrestling fans for years and years, you know for a fact that there's a lot of wrestlers out there who do not have health insurance. And it's because they didn't even think about shit like that. And then they blame every company they've been in for not providing health insurance. That's why AEW right now is trying to make themselves look good and saying that, yeah, all wrestlers are employees and all wrestlers will have health insurance. That's why WWE is now offering health insurance to employees and talent due to unemployment benefits. You know, you guys gotta understand, when it comes to this whole thing about health insurance and wrestlers, if you're not smart about this, come on, you should. If you're gonna become a professional wrestler, in my opinion, guys, especially for the young ones out there, get health insurance as soon as you can afford it. Main reason why I say that is because you're gonna be in that ring for how many days a year? You're gonna get fucking hurt. You're gonna get sick. You're gonna get hurt. This job is not an easy ass job as being a wrestler. So what? You break your freaking leg. You don't think you need health insurance then? Bruh, you should get the fucking health insurance because quite honestly, you had that broken fucking leg. That's how many months you're not making money. That's how many months that you're going to be out. That's how many months that you are going to have to live like a freaking minimum wage kind of deal. Think about that. If you don't get health insurance on your own, how are you going to be able to handle stuff like that? Honestly, and I know I'm probably a hypocrite for saying it, but when I was young and I wanted to be a professional wrestler myself, and when I started training, you know, I didn't think about health insurance. I didn't. I admit to it. I'm honest about it. Somebody had to come and tell me, hey, you need to get health insurance. And I'm like, why? Well, you're going to get hurt in this business. You might as well get good health insurance so you can see a good doctor. I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm going to get hurt that often. Then while I was training at judo, I busted my ankle. Didn't realize, oh shit, I need insurance. And the thing is, at the time, I was still under my parents' medical plan. So I thank God I was under that. But the old timer who told me back when I was training, he told me, you're going to need medical insurance for this fucking business. There's too many guys who aren't getting it. They're so stupid about it, too. And you know what? He's right. He's 100% right. If you are a professional wrestler, you don't have a medical plan, you should probably take time, put some money aside, and get a medical plan. Because the companies is not going to take care of you medically all the time. I mean, you could be working for PWG, you ain't going to get medical. You could be working for Ring of Honor, you're not going to get medical. New Japan, I know they treat their wrestlers very well there, but there's some cases where they're not getting medical. To me, anybody out there who becomes a professional wrestler should really, really take it to mind to buy their own medical plan and medical insurance. For those of you guys who are in AEW right now, who are getting that because of the company plan, you are lucky. So, in my opinion, do I blame Kendo Kashin for his health insurance problems? Yes, I do. Do I blame him for his comments about the coronavirus and WWE releasing him? I don't blame him because, hey, coronavirus is not something to be joked around about. It's not. And I know YouTube is going to get upset because I'm talking about it, but you know what? This is why it's an issue that's going on, and it should be taken seriously. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think WWE was going to release him for the coronavirus or the comments he made over the coronavirus. I don't think they would have released him for that. I think they're more so releasing him because of the pandemic issues and the lockdown issues, that they're unable to keep up with paying their talent, and they had to release some guys. That the budget cut, that's something that's going on everywhere. I mean, in every business, in my opinion. So, I'm going to say this. Kendo, go get yourself some damn medical. Fuck, you have money, right? If you don't, I feel bad for you, man. I don't know what to say. As far as your release, it sucks. I get it. It truly, truly sucks. But I have friends who got fired from their jobs just not too long ago, and they are telling me it sucks so bad because they don't know what they're going to do once everything opens up again. And quite honestly, I'm trying to figure out what kind of job am I going to find after this whole pandemic ends, you know? So, it sucks in general, bro. It sucks. Now, our last article, which I think is a worthy article, and it's basically something that I think is very honorable, and that is New Japan's wrestling superstar Zack Sabre Jr. has announced today that he will be donating all proceeds from the sales of his branded boxers to Porchlight. Porchlight is a charity that aids homeless in England, folks. So, basically, as far as anything that's good news going on in the world, Zack Sabre Jr. is going out there selling boxers. If you want to help support him, there's a link up here from his New Japan shop and Globo shop, so you guys go check that out. I say get behind it, guys, because this is helping homeless in time of their need. It's a charity thing, and I really am happy that Zack Sabre Jr. is doing this for the the homeless right now. I mean, that's awesome to hear that a merchandise of his that might be a good seller, you know, is gonna help so many people who needs it right now. So, Zack Sabre Jr., you're a good man, honorable man. I respect it, what you're doing, man. And I highly recommend anybody, because I'm planning to buy some of these boxers, and just, you know, hope the proceeds go to the homeless. You know, I mean, that's the one thing about this charity. So if you guys want to help Zack Sabre Jr. out in donating money to the homeless, here's how you can do it, guys. And he has it on his Twitter and Instagram, from what he's saying. So, and Porchlight has even said something about this too, right here on their site, saying wrestling legend Zack Sabre Jr. is teaming up with us to help vulnerable people. Thank you, Zack. But the support of you and your fans helps us to be there for those who with nowhere else to turn. So, guys, good cause. If you want to put your money into wrestling right now, here's one way to do it. And it's a good cause. So, there we go. Alright, so that will be all for today's news. I hope you guys enjoy Monday Night Raw tonight. If there's another Monday Night Wrestling show that you're going to go watch, I hope you enjoy. As far as that, guys, I hope you all have a good day. And, you know, take care. And, hey, it's a good first day of wrestling news. So, y'all have a good time. Thanks for watching. Hit a like, hit a subscribe. Leave comments of any of the articles. What's your thoughts, you know? If you think my opinions are harsh about Kendo Kashin, let me know. I need to have some humility put on me. That's how I look at it. Other than that, guys, y'all have a great day. Take care. And thanks for watching.